Due to the nature of this program, listener aggression is advised.
This is Chris Broderick with the Fever 333.
Postulus Maximus from Guard.
This is Eric from Necrogoblicon.
Hey, this is Jamie from Bullet My Valentine.
Hey, you got Dimebag's Hack.
I do a million interviews, and you guys know how to have fun.
What's up? This is Sam Rivers.
And this is Damon from Sleep Killers.
What's up, guys? It's Dorothy.
Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm Frank from Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators.
This is Stephen Brewer from Westfield Massacre.
This is Joe from Dead.
This is Tommy Vex from The Bad Wolves.
This is Ivan from Disconnected. And right now, you're listening to Honest. Motherfucker.
Hey, this is Jannick from Statement, and you're listening to Honest Brutality.
Hey everybody, welcome to Honest Brutality. This is the show that is all things rock, metal, and stuff that doesn't suck. I'm your host, Evil, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
This is Big Sloppy.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Camera Rebel.
Hey, Camera Rebel, I think you have a little surprise for us today.
I do. I have a big surprise for us today. So basically, we've been checking out this band Statement for a long time, and we finally have the opportunity to bring them onto the show. So we have 4 out of the 5 guys from Statement on the line. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey, got the whole crew. I love it.
Hello. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule for us. So why don't you guys go around the room and introduce yourselves and what role you play in the band?
I'm Niels, and I do the guitar.
I'm Jannick, and I'm the main vocal.
And I'm Martin, I play the fucking 4-string motherfucker bass.
Yeah.
And I am Lars le Fevre, and I play rhythm guitar and a little bit solo once in a while.
Nice. A little bit solo.
When he gives you the chance, huh? Well, welcome aboard, guys. And I understand this is your first time on American radio and podcast. We're glad to have you.
We're so excited.
Yeah, so excited.
I think we should tell our listeners you guys are in Denmark right now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not even cool, but cold. I tell you.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. It's so cold here in California. It's down to 60 degrees. Ooh.
Oh. I have no idea how much that is. We're on Celsius.
It's about 15 degrees Celsius.
I tell you what, my nuts are frozen.
A little bit of shrinkage going on.
Hey, man, I had to put on a long sleeve shirt today. It was so cold.
Oh,
no. For you, man.
Well, let's talk about Statement a little bit. Out of Denmark, you've been doing this for a while. This actually, you got a 3rd album coming out, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us about it a little bit?
3rd album, it was amazing because when we start to do the songs for the 3rd album, we think that we should do something different from the 2 other albums we made. Another album, another sound, and we just try some different things.
Yeah, I think we maybe found ourselves the way we want to go forward with the new album here, and
the red line through the whole album, if you can say so.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, it was recorded and produced by Soren Anderson at Melody Studios, and that's kind of was...
Exactly.
And he was the one that kind of helped you guys kind of fine-tune your sound and kind of change it up?
Yeah, we had a good cooperation with him, and he's not afraid to just say, listen, guys, that's shit, you have to do it another way. And he was good. He was a really good partner in this on this record here, because he gave us some other opportunities, and
he came with some good ideas as well. If there was something he thought should be changed a little bit, he just told us, maybe you can do like this or like that instead, and he was really helpful. So
when he said maybe you should do it like this, you told him to shut the fuck up. We'll do it how we want.
No, not really.
Not really.
Maybe we should have. No.
It sounds too kind. It sounds too kind.
Yeah, right.
Because it's still our own songs, really.
He's such an awesome dude, and he's really talented. So of course we listen to him, and
it just gives the band a touch of anything else that we haven't on the two first records we made. The two first records was more raw, old school. Onward, and the third album we're trying to play with some little effects on the songs, and it completely made a red line between the whole album.
Yeah, and
we didn't have for the two first albums.
Yeah, and the two first albums were more or less self-produced. We did like 90% of everything ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing to be able to do that. But when someone from the outside comes in and says like, well, that's great, but if we do this,
it's awesome.
Yeah, we reach another level and we reach another audience and stuff like that. He was just really helpful tying everything together and saying like, the choruses needs to be more like melodic or stuff like that. That was a really bad example, but he was
you want to try again?
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, now your guys' lyrics seem to be very emotionally driven and relatable, and they really are deep. So who plays a role in the writing of the lyrics, and why are they so deep, and what has driven the lyrics?
Well, I write the lyrics, and
Jannick talking.
It's Jannick talking. I write the lyrics, and most of it I just take from inside and just write it down on paper. And
maybe he looks hard, but he is a soft guy, you know.
Yeah.
And it just.
Hey, wait a second! Did you just call your singer a pussy?
No.
Lars, shut the fuck up. No, but that's what I do. I just take my thoughts and write them down on paper, and just to get it out.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love it.
It's a good idea, so you don't have to keep it inside for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, it's a good release.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. It's so some of the lyrics are just a story, but most of them are from inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it can both be fairy tales, but also from something from your real life. Yeah.
Something personal and emotional. Yeah. So, hey, you guys are on the Mighty Music label. And I'm wondering, how much influence do they have on who you guys had to use for a producer or any of that? Did you guys just go out and grab all this on your own and then put the album together and send it to Mighty Music? Or did they have a hand in...
They have absolutely everything. No.
do they trust you guys enough to get your own producer and all that? Or did they say, hey, I want you guys to work with this producer this time? And or how did that work out?
We produce our songs by ourselves, first of all, but the engineer is Søren Andersen, who we choose to make the record. But the label has nothing to do with our songs in that way. We came up with a product, and he says good or bad for it.
Okay.
And,
okay.
Fortunately, he likes what we did.
And this time he suggested that we would try to talk with Søren Andersen, because he might think that he could give us another sound and something that would look good on us. And so we called Søren and had a chat with him and went to the studio January last year for the first 4 songs. And we came back to record the last 6 months in August?
Yeah, something
August.
Yeah, back in August.
Wow.
July.
And then it's just been mastering and what else he's doing.
But Mighty Music is a good label to have in that way, because when you finished your record, you just gave it to them, and if they like it, they they're honestly saying if they like it or if they not.
Yeah, no bullshit.
No.
No, that's really good, and it's all about refining and coming up with your guys' true sound. I think that's absolutely amazing. And the album Force of Life will be released March 1st of this year. So, so where will people be able to purchase it or review it?
On every digital platform, and you can also order it if you want the CD, or we get the LPs also. So
pre-ordered it right now.
Yeah, you can pre-order it now from
our label side.
Yeah, Mighty Music or Target Shop, as it's called.
Targetshop.dk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then just search for Statement.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you guys are dropping a vinyl version as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything special about the vinyl? Are you doing colored vinyl or anything cool like that? Are you going to sign any of these for anybody?
Oh, we really haven't talked about that.
Oh man, I gotta figure everything out for you. Okay, well I don't charge a whole lot.
Sign them.
If you like a pink one, I can make one for you.
Hey, don't be judging. I think that's cool. There's a big movement in the vinyl right now, especially in the music industry. It's hard, for physical copies of music anymore. It's really hard to move them, and I see a lot of bands going to the vinyl because there's so many collectors that want that.
Right.
And I'm glad to see you guys are doing that as well, just to get that out there as another avenue for your fans.
Give us a good chance. Still give us a good chance to get the albums out.
Right.
By the LPs. So.
And of course, you can buy them at our concerts around Europe for now.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Will you guys ship them to the USA?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Because I want mine to say "Too Big Sloppy." You are the greatest. Thank you.
Too Big Sloppy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So let's talk a little bit about your guys' concerts and tours and that sort of thing. Why don't we dive deep into that?
Yeah.
So you guys do a lot of live shows. I see that you guys went on tour.
Yeah, we had a nice tour playing for Diamond Head on their Europe tour, and that was a lot of fun around Europe, Germany, Holland, Belgium.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was a bit of snafu with the agency that booked the tour, so we only went half through that tour, halfway through our part of the tour, and we were almost left stranded in Belgium.
Well, tell us about that a little bit. You say a snafu. From what somebody went bankrupt or something. We only have kind of an outside look at what went on here. We're just kind of curious as to what may have happened where you guys only got halfway through the tour.
Well, the boring and dry details of it are that the agency that's called, what was it called?
AEM.
AEM Agentur, something like that.
EAM.
Something with some letters, yeah?
Yeah. Apparently he didn't want to pay his taxes, so the German government kind of froze all his assets, and he couldn't pay the
rest of the tour.
Yeah, the rest of the tour, the transport guys and stuff like that didn't get their pay, so we had 2 or 3 days to figure out if we wanted to throw a lot of money into getting around, or if we
play
just
3 concerts more, or just
pull the
fuck off
gear,
home.
Take the gear home.
Yeah.
And the only financial sound thing to do was to pull the plug and say, well, that's it. It would have cost us an insane amount of money to stay on the road.
Yeah, no, I get that. But you were out with Diamond Head. Now, Evil here, he actually interviewed Diamond Head, had him on the show.
Yeah,
my big question to you is, did you find out, are they evil?
They are fucking evil.
They are not just evil, they are old and evil.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what were those crowds like? You guys have some real good crowds in that shows?
Yeah.
True.
Okay,
Definitely.
so what was the standout moment on that tour?
The standout moment was in Mannheim in Germany. We had way too little time for the sound check, and by the time we managed to get everything done, by the time we had to go on stage, somebody had pulled some cables out and stuff like that. Everything was just shit. I was pissed off, and I was yelling at the other guys, like, we're going to play it fucking in with us. So the start of the show was really fucking angry, and
it was a good angry energy.
That was good angry energy, because that just changed the whole fucking show to something really aggressive and in your face. The crowd went nuts. We went nuts. It was just mayhem and
best gig
ever.
On the tour,
yeah.
That's amazing.
A great
I love it.
story, man. Great story. Yeah. So did you guys get in a fist fight, or how angry was it?
No, close, but
only for 5 minutes.
Afterwards,
that's normal.
Afterwards, we all got really drunk. Lars almost lost a finger trying to hook up.
I don't remember that.
Caravan thing.
How much was he drinking?
A lot. Basically everything he could get his hands on.
Well, when you're in Germany, you have to drink lots of beer. I think that's the law, right?
Yeah. And say Prost.
Yeah.
Prost! That's right. Prost, motherfucker. Prost, motherfucker. Prost.
Prost, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny you guys say that.
Boris would be so happy.
We've talked to a lot of bands from Europe, and they always give us the Prost, motherfucker, Prost. I love it. Love it.
One in particular is Black Inhale.
Black Inhale out of Austria. Yeah, they're fantastic. But drinking sons of bitches. I love it. So, well, speaking of beer, what do you guys drink when you get on the road after you're, obviously you're not drinking before because you want to go up sober, right? Yeah. But afterwards, you guys are drinking, right?
First thing we're gonna do when we wake up in the morning on the tour is have an Underberg.
A what?
Or Jägermeister.
And or Jägermeister. It's a little bit, Jägermeister.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like the same as Jägermeister, but this one tastes as shit.
Yeah. It's very awful.
You get grumpy for the first 10 minutes, but after that, it's the best.
Good morning shots.
So that's how you wake up. Fuck coffee. We're having these shots in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll get Heidi to send a picture of an Underberg bottle.
No, you get her to send an actual bottle, and then I'll be happy.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do that too.
Yeah, because we would love to do shots with you here on the show. I mean, we got no problem with that.
He'll be grumpy sloppy for the first 10 minutes, and then he'll be big sloppy for the rest. Oh my gosh. So you know what? Tour life just sounds like a lot of fun. And you guys said that you almost got stranded on this last tour. What had happened there? Like, how did you guys end up not being stranded?
Well, we did that. We got the option from the transport company. They told us we can drive you for the next 2 shows, and then you can end up in Krakow, Poland, and come home from there yourself. And then we started finding out how much money it would cost us to come home, to get home from Poland, and
I think it was $500 or something.
More. It was more like $2,000.
Oh shit!
Damn.
So
or we do.
Or we could drive home right now, and it would only cost us $100
or something,
$100 or $200 to get home. Yeah. So we chose to take the second option because we were already pissed, and the English band who also was with us on the tour chose to go home.
Who was the other band, if you don't mind my asking?
It was a band called Gin Annie.
Oh yeah, I like Gin Annie. Yeah, those guys are good.
It's the guys we are going to play with in the UK here last of January.
Oh, nice. They just put out some new music too, so that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome band.
They're not quite as good as Statement, but yeah, I get it.
I think the real question here was, were you more pissed off that you were stranded or that you were stranded in Belgium?
I can see the last words there. Fuck Belgium.
They got some awesome beers there as well.
Oh, well, in that case, I love Belgium.
Oh my gosh. So now you guys have 10 shows lined up with Gin Annie?
Yeah.
That is awesome. I bet you guys are so looking forward to that.
We are really excited to get to Britain and play that.
Yeah.
Is that just a straight UK tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
There's Oh, we're gonna play in London and Blackpool and
one in Scotland. Or?
Newcastle.
Yeah, Glasgow too. Yeah, Scotland.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. One gig in Glasgow.
Oh, you have to say it with the English accent.
What?
London. Glasgow.
Perfect.
We're going to Glasgow.
Edinburgh.
Yes.
Wait, say it with an English accent. Like an American English.
We look forward to playing Chester as well.
Evil called you out. He wants you to do it with an American accent.
Yeah. Chester.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful. Oh my god,
that's awesome, man.
That is hilarious.
You guys are a lot of fun. That's good shit.
So on this 10-show tour coming up, are you guys going to be playing stuff from your other two albums? Are you going to be focusing mostly on Force of Life? What do you guys got for your lineup?
We actually got, I think, I can count them up here. I wrote them down on the whiteboard.
Some of the old ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs from the new album, and
out of 12.
five songs from the two other records.
Awesome. So you're mixing it up. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, how long are your sets going to be on this on this tour?
About an hour.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
There you go.
Holy shit.
That's awesome.
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Something between there. So
Wow, that's a great opportunity for you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, you guys have put a lot of work into Force of Life so far. We've had the opportunity to take a close look at it, spend some time with it. And you've got a couple things here. Let's talk a little bit first about the album art.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is
awesome. Mr. Mello.
Who did it?
Robert Mello. Made our records from
Brazil.
Sledgehammer
Graphics.
Oh, okay.
In Brazil.
You know, what's really cool about it is it reminds me of when I was a young man and you go to the record store and you would actually judge an album by its cover, you know, before you could actually listen to them. And so, I really like it.
The same feeling actually we had.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It would be great on the vinyl, on the bigger vinyl cover.
Exactly. So let's talk a little bit about this concept. Is this something you guys sent over, or is this something that you collaborated on, or did you give him carte blanche and say, here, draw something fucking cool?
It's actually Mikael Anderson from our record label. He put us in touch with the guy from Brazil because he made some artwork from for
Sabaton and Primal Fear, right?
Yeah. Sabaton, Primal Fear.
And so we wrote to him and he just asked us, go to my website, look at some of my work, and then you can say what you like, and I will make something up for you. And then we did that, and
it was almost everything.
We liked it all.
Yeah. So we sent him a lot of pictures, and he said, "What's the album gonna be called?" And we said, "Force of Life." Okay. Then he sat down. He made this
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. He sent it back, and
we were blown away.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning.
It has, if you look closely, it has all the elements. You know, it's fire, earth, wind, water. It has life. It
Scars.
has death. It's
like
just a really
it's Force of Life.
really Force of Life. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. I really dig it, and it's gonna look really good on a T-shirt and a hoodie.
Absolutely.
And you know, and I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be excited to wear it when you send it over. It's gonna be really cool. Hey, no,
it got real quiet all of a sudden. Hey, wait a second.
I'm fucking with them.
We'll send you a little goodie box.
Was that $200?
I love it.
Well, wait a sec. $200. You still owe me $800 for the show, so we'll be back.
Let's dig into the track list a little bit here. You know, we talked a little bit about it, but we were going through some of these and listening to them, and there's some standouts for us over on our side, but I kind of wanted to get your guys' take. What's your favorite song on the album? I know they're all your baby. You love them all, but I mean, what's the one track that really stands out on this album for you?
What's yours, Lars?
Yeah, I got one, and what's it called? Hero Inside. That's fucking awesome.
That's Lars's.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I love Force of Life. I love playing it. It's just kick-ass song. I really dig it. Love it.
The song that means the most to me is "The Hurt."
Okay, I take another one. My favorite song is "Higher Ground." I think.
Oh. So we're not
also
agreeing.
a different one.
So you guys have dropped some videos for these, got them out there a little bit. Do you guys ever go on YouTube and take a look at what the comments are on some of your videos?
No, not
really. Okay,
really.
good, because I'm going to tell you one. This one cracked me up. All right, it was directed at Jannick. Okay, I can't remember which video it was, but I looked at the comment was, the singer looks like he could be the manager at a Olive Garden. But if Olive Garden played that music, I would go there all the time. I thought it was fantastic.
They're probably like, what the fuck is an Olive Garden?
Are you guys familiar with Olive Garden?
Olive Garden. That's a new career.
I actually didn't know that comment.
Oh, funny.
Maybe a future job for me.
Yeah.
It is an Italian restaurant here in the States.
You've actually been a chef for a short while, haven't
Yeah, I have for 5 years. I worked in kitchens as a chef, so maybe
Yeah.
you could wait.
That's the new Gordon Ramsay, really.
just swear a lot more. So
oh god, that's hilarious.
Shout louder as well.
We're gonna drop the healthy food.
Oh my God, you guys are amazing. I love it.
When you guys go out on the road, do you eat a lot of fast food, or you try to eat healthy as you can?
we eat what we can get.
Yeah, makes sense.
We actually this time around we had a real okay, we're gonna try to eat healthy because we're gonna be on the road for a long time and all that shit. And what ended up happening?
We started with Underberg.
Yeah. We started drinking every hour and every waking hour, and we started eating every junk food we can get our hands in. Because the catering was just not happening.
The funniest thing was before we went on the tour, we talked about now we have to eat a little bit healthy so we don't.
A lot of fruit and stuff.
Yeah. But that's the only thing we didn't eat on that tour. I think.
and Lars don't eat at all.
No.
Just drink.
Yeah. I like Lars more and more. I really. So you think
I got a motto? It's like stop thinking, stop drinking. Let's get we ain't getting any younger.
You said the catering wasn't very good.
Some places,
it was either it was very good or it sucked.
Yeah. Well, there's no in between.
So, do you guys have any thoughts on new videos coming out on this album?
Yes.
Which songs are you guys looking at doing?
We have
my favorite.
We have a video almost ready for The Hurt, but we don't know when it's gonna get out. And then we have for.
Should we even tell them?
Should we even tell them?
Of course you should tell us.
Look, motherfucker, you're on Honest Brutality. You better tell us some shit.
Yeah, you want to know.
Well, right. There's a couple kicking around, like Jannick said. We have material for The Hurt, and at least 2 or 3 other songs. We have material for that we are going to use in some extent.
Already recorded.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So I don't know if we want to lift the veil on what?
No, don't be a candy ass. Lift the veil. Let's go.
One of them might be a cover song. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
It might be California Dreamin'. You don't know.
Oh, maybe.
All right. Yeah.
Start to tighten the ball.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's great. So when you guys decide to do videos, what is your process on that? Do you hire somebody to come in and do it, or are you all DIY with your videos?
Sometimes we always have photographers from outside the band to do it, who has a little more experience than we have, and but otherwise it's ourselves mostly.
Mm-hmm. Directed.
Yeah, directed and write 50, down 50. what do we want to do this time, and then we just
just create something out of the blue. Yeah. Really, sometimes
just kind of wing it.
Yeah. And then, so do all of you like to participate in the videos? Because I know I do photography, and there's a lot of people who don't like to get in front of the camera. Is there one of you that's that guy?
Yeah, I hate it. Seriously, I hate doing videos. I think it sucks.
It's the bass player.
Yeah. It's a bass player. He hates it.
Yeah, he's the most pretty one.
Yeah, I have a really hard time reacting to nothing, to a camera. It's like, where's the audience? Bring me an audience. I can react to that because you get something back.
And it's really a shame because you always look good on camera. Really, every picture, every video. And I really love to go in front of the lens, but I look like shit.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, first things first, ignore the bass player. They're not important anyway, as everybody knows, Sarah. I kid. Everybody knows that the bass player's the backbone of the band. We know because the bass players tell us that.
You just saved it, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god!
All right. So when are you guys coming to the U.S.?
Oh,
when you want us.
Yeah, invite us and we'll come there.
You're invited. I'm not paying for it, but you're invited.
Oh, let's go.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah, we would love
California.
Yeah, definitely. Have you been to California, Lars?
Oh, yeah.
We'll show you some California. We got no problem with doing that. And
it'll fuck up your California dream.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll get you out here and we'll put you on some real alcohol. None of that crappy stuff you have in Denmark.
Sounds great. I'm already on the flight.
Coors Light, you got it.
He said who's ready for the flight, I think.
Lars will be landing in the morning, so...
see you tomorrow. No, just kidding.
I see a drunk guy in the airport with a big mustache.
That's you? Have any of you guys ever been to the U.S. before?
Lars has.
Yeah, I went to MI in California, in Hollywood, the Musicians Institute.
Really?
Oh, nice. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's awesome. I just love it because you don't even have to think about if there's a blue sky. You just have to go out and look up and there's a blue sky and it's nice weather.
Well, LA is not necessarily blue all the time. Sometimes it's very brown. I'm just saying.
Wow. So why don't you give us a little bit of history on each of you guys? Just go around the table and give us, like your first instrument or the first thought that you had that you wanted to be a rock star when you grew up.
I am Lars. I play the guitar, but when I was really young, like so young, you didn't really like girls. It was like,
I've never been that young.
Yeah. Luckily it changed, but when I was so young, I was like, and then I played drums, and I had a really awesome drum teacher. And then I went to my teacher one day, and he said, "Oh well, Lars, it's my final drum lesson for you, because your normal teacher, she's coming back next time. She was pregnant, so and I didn't knew, and I was like, what? Is it a girl? What? I don't want to play drums anymore." And that was really stupid. So. Yeah, well, I could have been a drummer.
You play a good guitar.
Okay, well, we know he's a sexist, so...
I love girls.
I love girls.
The very first I had really was, I want to play a guitar. That was the first thought I have to be a rock star, is a guitar, really.
Oh, yeah.
But I learned to play drums even I was 2 years old or something. I started to play drums I just play rhythms everywhere.
Niels, he's a kick-ass drummer. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, man.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Take a listen to the Monsters album and the Heaven Will Burn album. He did the drums on those two.
Oh, really?
Very cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll have to check that
Is
out.
it like the Beatles when they said that Ringo's not even the best drummer in the band?
Oh, no. We can only say it because Daniel, he's not here.
Exactly. Let's talk shit on Daniel. He's not here to defend himself.
Oh, my God.
I still do drums in other bands, but in Statement, that was just, I really want to do something with the guitar thing, because I've played guitar for 20 years or something. my guitar dreams came true. The Statement.
That's amazing. Okay, who's next?
It's Jannick, and I started my career when I met Niels back in 2012.
Yeah.
And he, the old band that Niels played in, went their separate ways, and Niels came by my house and said, Jannick, we're gonna make a rock band. I've only been sitting in the couch with my acoustic guitar, playing for my mom and my brother, and no one else. So, and I said, yeah, okay. Then we started to compose some songs, and then three months went on, and we contacted Martin, and then he came into the band, and
everything went to shit.
Then it became a real band.
Yeah. We started to write songs for the first album there. And actually, we didn't have a drummer when we made the first album. Yeah. And we have another rhythm guitarist, which was really into the sound of Statement. He was a black metal guy. Death metal, yeah. He plays very well in that.
Ask him to play Swedish death metal riffs. He can really tear those apart, man. He can just shred it. But doing like standard chords, he couldn't do that.
No.
Well, death metal is huge where you guys are, right?
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Come on, God damn it, get in the game. Let's go.
It's a fucking bass player again. I come from a really musical family. Like my dad and mom played music from when I was a baby, more or less. I had the measles when they were playing concerts. I was lying out backstage. Right?
Have you been a baby?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, at some point I was. So they were playing. My dad played guitar, my mom played keyboard and sang, and my brother then began playing drums. And I was like, okay, we almost have a family band. So I asked my dad, what's missing in this band? He said, we don't have a bass player. Okay, I'll start playing bass.
Nice.
And I was like,
I like that.
11?
Awesome.
11, I think. And yeah, that must have been... no, I was 12 because that was 91. Black Album had just been released. And I heard Metallica, and that's how I wanted to play music. So I heard Metallica, and I asked my dad, so what does this family band need? It was a bass player, and a bass player was born.
So you're a pure bass player. That's awesome, because so many times bass players are guitar players that end up having to play bass out of necessity for the band. But you were bred a bass player, basically, and that's pretty cool that you've stuck with it and become, a professional bass player. That's cool, man.
Can't play guitar worth of shit.
No, we know. Niels told us that in advance. That
Oh my gosh. Now you guys are jokesters. I absolutely love your videos that you guys put up on all the jokes that you guys play on each other and that sort of thing. So what's one of your favorite memorable jokes that you guys have done on each other?
I got one. I know it was just my turn, but this one is I don't know if it's too intricate, but anyways, we were in the studio recording our first album. The aforementioned guitarist Christopher, he was actually kind of the producer on that. Not the producer, but he was the man behind the buttons on that when we did
session,
did that recording. And so he was. He was out taking a shit, right?
Okay.
Well, he was. So it was Niels and Jannick. They were just like, okay, we're gonna play a joke on Christopher. Okay, so they sat behind this huge Neve mixer console, and they were just like, their heads was just under, and I was sitting on the couch listening back to all the tracks we'd done and all that. And he was done taking a shit, Christopher there, and came in and was like, "Oh, where are the others? What are you doing?" And I was just like, "Well, I don't know where they are.
Maybe outside smoking."
Yeah, I think they're out smoking. Okay, what are you doing? I'm just listening to these tracks. And he sat down in his chair and started rocking along with it. And yeah, that's cool. And suddenly, two heads slowly rise up above this mixer, going "What?" You probably should have been there, but that was fucking hysterical.
Oh my!
It's on the Statement Facebook page somewhere, I think.
I'll have to check that.
We'll send you that. We'll send you that.
We'll find it and send it to you.
So did Christopher freak out?
Yeah, he was just.
We get a good laugh.
Yeah, got a good laugh.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the band has been Statement. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for doing the show today.
Stay metal.
I love it. Badasses.
You guys are so awesome.
Those guys were a lot of fun.
Oh,
that
was
a hoot. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it.
It's nice when you get a band that's just not too serious. You know what I mean? They take it for what it is. Mm-hmm. It's music. It's fun. Yeah, they got some serious stuff, whatever. But as a band as a whole, just they get it. They're in, keeping it for what it is. It's fun. It's energetic. Just having a good time, man.
The band is Statement. The album is Force of Life. Releases March 1st, 2019. Go over and check it out. Check these guys out. Tell them we sent you. Thank you so much for listening to Honest Brutality. We really appreciate you wherever you are listening to the podcast, whether it be on Stitcher, iTunes, Google, Spotify. Do us a favor. If you're able to, leave us a rating and a review. You can also follow us on all of our socials. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Come over, join the fun. You can listen to us on Rock Rage Radio on Saturdays, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, for 2 hours of fun, mayhem, music, and madness. Or check us out on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, Center Stage with Honest Brutality, where we talk to bands and we play their music. And that is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Rock Rage Radio.
When you're done listening to that, give us a call, 530-962-0411. Again, that's 530-962-0411. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Be good people. Take care of one another. And most importantly,
stay metal!
Stay metal.
Can I try one?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay.
Hi, this is Niels from Statement. The next song we're up to is Higher Ground on Honest Brutality.
Oh my God! Yes!